with that other jet.
I have a question though, serious question. So what is it with, and it just blows my mind because I don't see a rhyme or reason for it. Why is it that you see a lot of Dallas Cowboys fans, but all their other favorite teams reside in New York? Like, what's up with that?
I think that's everywhere. I don't know. Yeah, I agree. I think it is. It's so strange because you could literally go to like Florida and somebody will be like, "Oh, I'm a Panthers fan and I'm whatever." They'll name a bunch of Florida teams, then they'll be like, "Oh, but I like the Cowboys."
Yeah.
They'll be like, "How the hell did that happen?"
Jack, you remember Jamal Morris?
Yeah.
This dude from North
Carolina. Is that the guy who's been dodging our podcast?
No,
that's a different guy.
That's a different guy. Jamal Morris, he was with us in Korea. He's from North Carolina. He likes the Tar Heels, the Lakers, Tar Heels, Lakers, Cowboys, and some other obscure team. Like, he's playing Monopoly in the United States, just fucking picking teams from all over the country. But it's anywhere you go. Like, I respect Cowboys fans from Texas. I really do. And I respect Cowboys fans that are realists, that they know football. They're not going to be ignorant about it. But the guys that just picking teams like the Lakers, the Cowboys, and Duke, how, man? And, I'm not one to talk because I'm from New York, but I like the Sixers, Eagles, Michigan.
Yeah, but you're so close to that, you're right there.
Yeah, exactly. At least a Philly, Michigan's like 10-hour drive from where I live, but it's the region, These fucking
college football doesn't count. You can pick college football. Yeah, to me, that doesn't count. Like Jack, do you watch college football? Who's your favorite college football team?
West Virginia.
Yeah, he's from West Virginia, Mike.
If there was another team I could pick, and it's just because he's from there, it would be Alabama. Not because of their winning ways, but Nick Saban, he's from West Virginia, and I really like his personality and the way that he goes about the game. But I just feel like, and it's not, and like I've asked this question, it's not to diss anybody who goes that route. It's just a genuine question that I had. It was like, why is it that you see that? Like, it might be because Dallas is America's team, air quote, but like, I don't know. It's just been very confusing for me, like why that happens, why there's, somebody will reside in like Nevada and they'll like all these California teams, and then all of a sudden, wait, there's Dallas.
Yeah.
So I could say for me, it was when I was very, very young. I know my father obviously was like the one that always watched sports. So he would go hang out with dad, go sit there and watch all the games, whatever. But my father was obviously diehard Knicks, Rangers, Mets. But when it came to football, my uncles and my grandfather, they were all diehard Giants fans. All of them. They're all diehard Giants fans. My father, I believe, fell in love with Staubach when he was young. And then he was a big, big fan of them in the Danny White era. I know he was a big fan of them. And then obviously he just became a diehard Cowboys fan. And you know what it is? I think it's just they're in the – if you ever notice – I mean, I know a lot of teams play Monday night, Thursday night. And if you're good, you're always in the spotlight. You're always on national television with the NBC games where Chris Collinsworth could absolutely destroy your game and make no one want to watch.
Yeah.
But I think the Cowboys are just such in the spotlight always. And Adam says it a lot. Like, even when they're not even supposed to be good, you have these stupid people that are around saying, "Oh, Super Bowl, Super Bowl."
Yeah.
You're nowhere close. We're nowhere close to that.
Yeah.
We don't even have a quarterback. We don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, that's up in the air right now, because are they going to pay Dak Prescott? We don't know. And him hurting his ankle, I mean, if they pay him, I think it's going to be out of sympathy. I think it's going to be a sympathy contract. Like, hell, you hurt your ankle. All right, here's $30 million. Take it.
I wish I could break my ankle and get millions of dollars.
Yeah.
I wish.
And I just think that's another reason why you have all these kids that are just watching sports. And then you're like, wow, like the Cowboys are on Channel 2, Channel 4, Channel 5, like almost every Sunday. They're almost like a New York team, if you think about it. If you're in New York, you can watch a Cowboy game 8-9 times a year.
Dude, that's why I like Michigan, because Michigan, and it's the same thing with Notre Dame in New York. Like, Michigan and Notre Dame are on TV every Saturday in New York.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I like that, Mike. I like that point. Sorry, Adam, to interrupt.
No,
I like that point that you brought up a couple minutes earlier, where it's like, okay, your entire family was diehard Giants fans, and then so you look at it from a different point of view. Your father does, and he's like, all these bums are Giants fans, and then here we are, like. Dallas Cowboys, man, they were the coolest teams in the 70s. I mean, they weren't the best team in the 70s by any stretch, but they were a good team and they had the coolest looking jerseys. They played in Arlington. And then so your dad probably saw it from the point of view, why would I want to jump on the bandwagon of my family of being a Giants fan whenever I could be that guy in the family, the cool guy everybody looks against, and be a Cowboys fan. I've seen that a lot and I get that. Like, I totally get that too. Because my stepfather's side of the family, they're all like that too. Like, they're Giants fans, there's Cowboys fans, there's Packers fans, there's a couple Packers fans, there's what else? Bills fan. My stepdad's a Bills fan.
Yeah, they're coming out of nowhere this year too, Bills fans.
Yeah. And
other than
that's
Buffalo.
another thing. Yeah, that's the worst, man. And that's what I hate. Like, you'll see somebody like me and it gets to the point where, like, in 2014, 2015, when the team started getting really good, when we had Dez, Romo, and the team was like really vibing and they were winning 12, 13 games. People were like, "Are you really a Cowboys fan?" And
was that the year Dez didn't catch it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So.
Wait, didn't.
So people like Adam will be like, okay, we know Mike has been a Cowboys fan since he's born. But then there's people like, are you really a Cowboys fan? Are you a Cowboys fan because they have 12 wins? Same thing with Adam. Who the fuck is an Eagles fan?
Right.
And then when the Eagles win the Super Bowl, you have to be like, I was always an Eagles fan.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Yeah, okay.
But no, honestly, when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, no one was questioning me. Like, everyone just knew. I remember you messaged me on Facebook, "Hey, congrats, man." I was like, "Oh, that's classy Cowboys fan messaging me." But
yours, Adam, yours is like a touchy, sketchy subject, because how can you be, for football, an Eagles fan, and then all your other teams reside in New York?
No. All right, so, and I'll circle back to what Mike was talking about. Like, we always remember how we started to like our teams, right?
Yeah.
The Eagles. I love Brian Dawkins, my favorite all-time football player, and the Eagles black jerseys. So my dad's a Giants fan, big Giants fan, and I would always watch the games with him. And this is before I really followed and stuff. And I just remember they were playing the Eagles, the Giants were playing the Eagles, and they were wearing their black jerseys. I was like, oh, that's fucking sick. The green pants, and I just seen Brian Dawkins. He had the black visors, and at that time, no one was wearing visors. It was pretty much just him with the dark black visor. I was like, dude, fell in love with him. Sixers, Allen Iverson. I don't know. I just love AI.
He really he transcended the game for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely, 100%.
He transitioned the game from the 90s to the 2000s. That was the guy. Just like LeBron transitioned the game from the 2000s to the 10s, and like, you got guys now like Luka Doncic transitioning the game from the 10s to the 20s. It's just whatever era you grow up in, there's that one guy who you follow. And AI was that guy for me, whether it have been on the Sixers, the Nuggets, the Pistons, the Grizzlies. Like, AI is my dude. Actually, I don't know if you can see it, but right behind me, let me see if I can move the mic a little bit.
Yeah. There he is.
AI right there on my wall, drawn in Battery Park. Someone drew that for me in Manhattan. Let's talk about the games that we got this weekend here. We got Chiefs Bills and Packs Bucks. What do you guys think on that? Let's start with Chiefs Bills. What you guys take? We'll start with you, Mike.
So, we got Patty Mahomes cleared to play now, so this is gonna be a game. It really is. This is gonna be a hell of a game.
Yeah,
I've been looking forward to this game, and I said Josh Allen would be somewhere in the realm of this game. I didn't know he would get here with ease, which he has.
Yep.
But this Bills team is serious, man, and they're just getting started, and it would be so funny to see Tom Brady leave the AFC East and then the Bills make it to the Super Bowl.
It would be.
And you can't say enough about the Chiefs. That team is loaded top to bottom,
from coaching staff down.
Yeah, it really is. It's stacked. It's stacked to make one of those runs of just straight Super Bowl. Yeah. I know nobody likes to see the same teams in, but I don't think Patrick Mahomes is going to be fall short of the AFC Championship anywhere in the next 5 to 7 years, to be honest with you. I personally would love to see Josh Allen make it to the Super Bowl, but I think Pat Mahomes comes back and takes care of business, to be honest.
All right.
I don't think that Bills defense could stop Kelsey or Hill, to be honest.
So with that last part that you just said, the Bills defense not be able to stop Kelsey or Hill, I've seen, last week the Chiefs didn't look like that good against the Browns. I think the Bills have a better defense than the Browns, but then there's also other factors in that game, like Mahomes did get hurt. But Chad Henne is a quality quarterback. Dude's an 11-year vet and a Michigan man, by the way.
I completely forgot he played.
He's a Michigan man. So I don't know. Before I get to my piece, Jack, let's hear you. Let's hear what you got to say.
So, interesting rumor that I heard earlier this week. I don't know if it was confirmed, but it turns out that, first of all, let's talk, before I get into that, let's fucking talk about what was going through Andy Reid's KFC head. Like, why are you taking your stud quarterback and you're running the same play to the right on a quarterback sweep multiple times in that game? Why are you doing that? And then it turns out that he gets hurt.
That's Big Red, man. That's just what Andy does. He did the same thing in Philly.
You have 3 not decent but good backs on your depth chart.
I'm pretty sure Andy Reid's playbook has 4 plays in it.
Loaded. That backfield is loaded.
Yeah, they definitely are.
So why are we? And the point I was getting into is that luckily it wasn't a concussion that Pat Mahomes suffered. Although he, like you said, Mike, he was just cleared for it. Apparently it was something in his neck. Yeah. As you saw in the play, it was like a nerve in his neck or something. So, neck completely fine. Just wreck that shit up. It's okay. He'll be fine. Not like he could get paralyzed or
Rub
anything.
some dirt on it.
Yeah. Rub some spit and dirt on it. But so that was an interesting rumor that was going through. Chad Henne coming through last week. Like I said, I had no clue that he was still in the league. I remember watching him like in 2009. And he was battling for the Dolphins starting quarterback job. It's like Pennington and Pat White.
Pat White, yeah. That's throwback right there.
And then, of course, he suffered that concussion, too, against the Steelers. But anyways, no, I really like Buffalo in this game. I really do. Too. I know, we're talking, like, Mike, what you said with Buffalo not being able to stop Kelsey. That may be true, but Kansas City's defense is, we saw that last week. In the first half with Cleveland, they made Baker Mayfield, Shaker Baker, my boy, look elite. And, he was just threading the needle on all these throws. And I say threading the needle, but there was just like separation of 10 yards each downfield throw. So, but, I really like Buffalo. And then the topic of, what if Brady never left the AFC East? What if he stayed in New England? Buffalo didn't have Stephon Diggs last year. Imagine if Diggs was on that Buffalo team like the past 2 or 3 years.
I think if Tom Brady stays in the AFC East, the Bills still win the division this year.
Still win I think so too.
Because the Patriots did also have a lot of guys that opted out, so it wouldn't have even mattered.
I don't know, man. I just like you said. I'm sorry to cut you off. The injury with Mahomes. How many times have we seen a guy in the league that was so good? And then these coaches don't give a shit and they'll run these plays. And I've said this for years and years, and people may make fun of me. It's fine. Do you remember when RG3 came out of college?
Yeah, it was hyped up. He was a beast his rookie year.
He was a great first year, no experience quarterback. He was running, he was throwing on the run. And Shanahan was running him square into these defenses, and he beat him up.
Same thing.
Beat him up.
Cam Newton when he was on the Panthers.
Exactly. Cam Newton, another
Ezekiel
guy.
Elliott on the Cowboys.
Yeah, running him 30 times a game, 32 times.
I'm telling you, Ezekiel Elliott and DeMarco Murray, both of them on the Cowboys. They got Tashard Choice when he was on the Cowboys. I don't know what it is. They just run these dudes to the ground. I've mentioned it on the pod a few times with these guys.
And like you said, like when Pat Mahomes got up, he couldn't stand up. So thinking that they're saying it's a neck thing, I'm not saying that I don't think that's correct. I'm saying that I think it was 100% a concussion when he got up.
Right.
His legs, he couldn't get up. He actually needed the guys to pick him up and
His
walk him
face
to the
looked blank
sideline.
too when
Yeah,
his face looked
absolutely.
straight lifeless.
So yeah, that's another interesting thing is that they're going to play off this, concussion and make it more of a neck injury kind of deal, which, is not a bad plan because you look at the replay of him getting hurt and his neck gets completely turned 180. So,
yeah,
I mean, but that's how crazy these teams are. And I don't blame Kansas City for wanting to do it because, this AFC Championship game, you can't have Chad Henne rolling out there. I mean, as
it's a serviceable
good of a job he did
quarterback.
last
He's a
week.
Michigan man.
Yeah, well, so was Brady.
And we were talking about Brady. Yeah, I mean, what's up with Brady? You got 6 rings? Michigan
the goat.
man?
It's the GOAT.
Yeah, I'm an Eagles fan, but I love Tom Brady, and I know they're Eagles Patriots rivals for the most part, but I love Tom Brady. New York and Massachusetts rivals, but I love Tom Brady.
What is Brady the GOAT of?
Throwing the football. I don't know. Like what?
No.
Oh, I know where you're going.
I don't know. I mean,
what is he the GOAT of?
He was gonna say kissing his son.
Well, no, that's also yes. He does win that category.
That shit makes me so uncomfortable when athletes think that's okay. Oh my God!
He's getting a massage. You're disgusting, bro.
Yeah,
listen,
disgusting. That's your Michigan man that you back up.
Yes, I'm backing him. Not the kissing, bro. That's weird, man. I got a daughter. I don't kiss her like that. For like,
yeah, like I don't know. I feel like when you have a kid and you watch shit like that, you're just like, oh God, stop.
Come on, man.
Stop.
Come on, Tom. And why do you got a camera in there? Let's talk about that too. Why's he got a camera watching him get a massage? Yeah. But this game.
What was I saying?
Oh, go ahead, Jack. Go ahead.
Yeah. So just my final piece. I think Buffalo wins this one out. I think Buffalo's going to be a dangerous team, and for our next pick, I'm not going to say now, but I think it's going to be a very good Super Bowl. Very interesting Super Bowl.
Whatever way you go with these 2 games, whoever wins out of these 4 teams, I think this Super Bowl is going to be really good.
Absolutely.
But
absolutely.
I'm with you on this one, Jack. I'm picking the Bills because I think there's too many variables going around the Chiefs right now. Is Mahomes 100% healthy? He's been cleared. When I was going over the this topic this morning, he wasn't cleared yet. He got cleared after I already reviewed stuff on this. But just because you're cleared doesn't mean you're cleared, if that makes sense. So
you're good to go.
Yeah, like I don't know. There's too many variables surrounding the Chiefs. Their defense is suspect. I don't know, man. Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen going to be able to. They've been killing it all year, and it's just been amplified in the playoffs. Like, what was it? The Bills. Who the Bills played the first playoff game?
Well, I know they beat the Ravens last game.
Was it their first
game? Was it the Titans? Yeah, it was.
It was the Titans. It was the Titans.
Yeah. You talking about the wild card round?
Yeah, the wild card round. It wasn't the Titans.
It was the Colts. The Colts.
Yeah. That's
right.
The Colts. It just seemed like every time the Colts scored to get the game close again, Josh Allen just drove the field and scored with ease, with like a 40-yard bomb to Diggs or something, or they were just able to switch it up with the run for Singletary. Singleton. I'm picking the Bills here. I just think that they're too hot right now. They're healthy. Josh Allen's playing out of his mind. So, but I won't be shocked if the Chiefs win. I won't be shocked because they got Andy Reid as the coach. Mahomes, no matter if you had one leg out there, he's still better than 90% of the quarterbacks in the league. So, like, I wouldn't be shocked if they won, but I'm picking the Bills for this one. All right. So, Jack, we're bringing back this topic or this segment that people love so much.
Wait, I see. There's a little glimmer on this on the screen, Adam.
Oh yeah,
it's shining. It's getting brighter and brighter. What does it say?
We're talking stud and dud.
Oh my Lord,
Mike, I know you're new here, stud and dud. I'm sure you know what that means and everything.
Yes.
We'll let Mike, as the newcomer for the episode, we'll let you spark it off. Let me hear your stud of the week.
Stud of the week. So I was looking at a few people, and I know basketball is just, it's getting started and we're off and running with that. I don't really want to get into that yet. So I kind of did both stud and dud. I'll start off with the stud first, but they're both football.
Okay,
and I actually gave it to the duo of Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I didn't pick one. I cheated. I picked two.
That's fine. No.
These guys have not taken a week off since the beginning of the season. These two guys are unbelievable. And I don't know if there's a defense. I'm not going to say that could stop them, that could like neutralize or maybe even just kind of figure it out, because I think there's such all around talents that I don't think there's a possibility to do that. Last week, they combined for over 200 yards.
It's ridiculous.
I think like combined like 15 receptions, over 200 yards. And that's not even the whole talent of that wide receiver core. They have Hardman. I know Watkins was hurt most of the year, but these two guys are just, it's unbelievable. And you're thinking to yourself, like, I haven't seen the talent. I mean, I know wide receivers may come and go and they have good seasons and they eventually just drop off out of nowhere. But I don't see Tyreek Hill going anywhere. We had a scare there for a second because he's an idiot, but
yeah.
Travis Kelce was leading the league in receiving for a little bit, right?
Yeah, he almost did. I think Diggs had one or two really, really monster games at the end of the year, and he was able to swipe that away.
As a fucking tight end, dude. Last time I seen this dominant was Antonio Gates.
Exactly. I was gonna say him. You got guys like him. You got guys like Tony Gonzalez. Guys that
even the couple
like,
years of Julius Thomas too, when he was on Denver.
Yeah,
those couple years he was there, he was really dominant too. They don't come around that often. Zach Ertz had a couple really dominant years, but nothing like this.
He was my favorite. He was my easily, and I hate the Eagles. Zach Ertz was one of my favorite players, and he was just a great talent at tight end, and I couldn't pick between the two of them, so I just went Kelce Hill because these guys are. You can't ask for a better duo, and I know Patrick Mahomes is awesome, so it definitely boosts up those numbers, but. You throw these two guys on pretty much any team, and I feel like you can't stop them. It's like nearly impossible.
Yeah, that's solid pick right there. Solid pick. Jack, let me hear yours. What's your stud?
My stud of the week is, this happened last night. This is Trey. I don't know if he goes by Trayson or is it just Trey, but Trey Young against the Minnesota Timberwolves. My man finished with 43 points. Shot the ball 14 of 22 from the field, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. So I knew we were probably going to go with football for like the stud and duds of the week. Both mine were basketball. No spoiler alert. Okay. But Trey Young has been absolute balling this year so far. I think he's averaging 25.5 points per game. Could be wrong on that. So yeah, that's quick and easy stud of the week right there.
All right, my stud of the week. I'm also going with a basketball player. And it's near and dear to my heart, talking about Joel, the process Embiid.
Yikes.
This man has been absolutely killing it this last week. He averaged 31.6 points per game, 10.6 rebounds, and shooting over 60% for the last 5-6 games. He did have a game where he scored 9 points, and the next game he didn't play because he got hurt in that game where he scored 9. So that's also factoring into his overall average. And the biggest thing why I'm picking him as the stud of the week is because he absolutely destroyed the Celtics the past 2 games. He scored 42 and 38 in back-to-back games against the Celtics. And he's playing at an MVP level this year. Not saying he's going to win it, but he's definitely playing at an MVP level. He's maturing as a player, and I'm excited to see how far he can take this team this year. So that's my stud of the week. Now, Mike, this is the good one. This is the one where we want to hear who sucked this week. Let me hear your dud.
This was a very easy choice. I don't know if you guys were able to tune into that Saints Buccaneers game.
I know where you're going.
There's a guy on the field that's getting paid an awful lot of money, and he didn't really show up on any scoreboard or scorecard because he caught no passes for 0 yards on 4 targets, which means you weren't open.
Spoiler alert, I picked the same guy.
What a shit way to end your year after you screwed your team out of wins. Michael Thomas is easily, I mean, it's not even a dud. You don't exist. You don't exist.
Slant boy.
Yeah, what is this? I thought this guy was the best wideout in the league.
Nah.
Yeah. You could have fooled me because I picked
with slants?
Yeah. I mean, I got to be honest with you. I'm watching this game and I'm thinking to myself, the first thing I thought was, is this guy hurt? So I checked the reports and I'm like, did this guy hurt his ankle? Like, did his helmet not fit? Like, what the fuck is going on here that this guy's not?
He left the oven on at home, had to go home.
Yeah, like I'm looking at I'm like, something's wrong. And I just watch, and every play, it seems like, you know what? He may have been guarded, and you do, and these cornerbacks watch a lot of tape, and I take nothing away from the Bucs defense because they played their ass off. Adam said before, they're rolling right now, and I'm happy for them. There is no one on earth that should be able to stop the height, the reach, the speed, the route running that Michael Thomas could do every day. The guy should be catching 7 to 8 passes a game. And if you're not catching 7 to 8 passes a game, you're not who you're telling the world you are. You went into a divisional playoff game with your quarterback who you knew wasn't coming back, who you want to make one last run with, and you catch no fucking passes for 0 yards.
He went off, Michael Thomas.
He can't.
Sure.
He woke up dangerous. He woke up dangerous. He woke up feeling dangerous.
Love it.
And I was disgusted. Like I said, I only did one fantasy league in football this year. It was a rough year for me. It was the COVID and I had my daughter this year, so the money was, you don't want to throw it around. So I did one league. I was like, maybe I can make some money off of this league and fucking get I think I had the 4th pick or 5th pick. I'm sitting pretty in a 12-man, and I fucking picked Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
But I think
it's like a couple years ago when people were picking Le'Veon Bell, and he just like, yeah, I'm not playing this year.
Yep.
But I even if he would have catch 4 passes for 50 yards, do something,
bro. Lay out a good block. Do something.
Fight someone. Shit. If it's the 4th quarter and you haven't caught a pass, just fucking fight somebody.
Get some respect back and throw hands. Jesus
Christ. Like, do something. Get mad. Take your helmet off and throw it down and show people that you care. He didn't even give a shit.
Bro, then the thing, and, like I stated, I picked him as well as my dud of the week, so I'm not even going to – I echo everything you're saying. I'm not even going to go into it. But after the game, now all of a sudden I've been playing hurt all year, yada, 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 like my fucking ankle, my shoulder. Like, dude.
Get out of here.
You should have just saved some fucking humility and not said that. Should have just said, I'm holding this L. I didn't play good in Drew Brees' last game. So, Michael Thomas, from me to you, Slant Boy, hold this L.
Yep, 100%.
Anything else with that, Mike?
No, that's it.
All right, cool.
I've been angry enough.
All right, hey, Jack, let's hear yours. I know you love this segment. I know you love this portion. I know you love calling people out because, you and I, we could have done better if we didn't get those injuries. So let's hear it.
Yeah, and these guys have the opportunity to keep playing the game they love. My dud of the week. It's not just one player. It's not 2 players. It's not 3 players. It's a whole damn team, Adam.
It's the whole Jason Kelce. It's the whole team.
It's the whole damn team, Adam. And that team resides in Brooklyn. That's the Brooklyn fucking Nets.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to even get into that shit. Yeah.
Lose back-to-back games to Colin Sexton and the fucking Cavs. Not take anything away from Sexton. Dude's a baller. But you lose back-to-back games to the Cavs? What in the hell is going on? You just brought in this fucking douche canoe from Houston who's supposed to be a stud. Clearly not, because I have him listed as a dud. Clearly fucking not. So, like, these fucking players, man, they don't know how good they fucking got it. They really don't. Take that talent away from them, what are they?
Nothing.
Fucking
Average Joes.
Duds. That's what they are.
Yeah, duds. I was actually
somehow they have this talent. They're fucking duds.
I was gonna pick the Nets too, but I was like, that's too easy. That's too easy of a dud right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I thought the same thing. I thought about like
somebody had to say
an easy dud for me would have been Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, just disappearing.
You start.
Dude needs to hang it up.
You start and you James Harden fucking swindles his way to Brooklyn.
Yeah,
which is basically what people do. Basically what people do in the NBA now, which is sickening. Hey, I'm unhappy. Force your way out and go to wherever you want. Which back in the day, if you did that, they would have sent your ass to like Charlotte where there was no talent.
Yeah.
And let you
The
suffer
Bobcats.
there, you know? Yeah, like
with fucking Mecca
even though I feel like they've been doing that to Chris Paul the past few years, and he keeps going further and further into the playoffs.
Yeah. How do you like them apples?
Kyrie Irving gets James Harden and just keeps going. All right, Kyrie, coming to practice? No, I'm good.
Nah, I got my sister's birthday party to attend, man.
I'm not feeling it today, man.
It's fucking horrible. Probably the biggest three that we've seen. Forget about Bosh, Wade, and LeBron. This three is ridiculous.
Yep.
And they're crazy.
And they're all three of them are batshit crazy.
But the thing with the Nets, they can't play fucking defense, save their life now.
No, they can't.
They can score 140 with ease. But I looked at the scores from the past, like since James Harden got there, they're allowing like 130 a game, 135 a game.
And those are rookie numbers for Harden, you know? That's a good defensive game for Harden.
Yeah, that's a good shit. And, you know, circling back to Colin Sexton, because this dude's no slouch, man. When he played at Alabama, they had to play a game with 4 players. And he was on the floor.
I remember that game.
This dude's no fucking slouch. And that dude's a dog. You know, Colin Sexton, he's going to be one of the top 5 guards in the league real soon, if he's not there yet. But he put on a fucking show against the Brooklyn Nets in Brooklyn.
I like Colin Sexton a lot. I like him a lot.
I do like him a lot.